3, 2, 1.
Here we go! Good day, viewers, and welcome back to We Talk. My name is Precious Nitonapo, and I will be your host and presenter for this show. This week, we have an interesting interview lined up with Yalo all the way from Lefa, and she brings along a butler device. Now, she tells us all the pros and cons of this butler device, and of course, our viewers can expect it at bigger establishments. But stick around for that interview. We also have a look at Old Mutual. We stop by Old Mutual, who shares a little bit more insight on the funeral policy that they just launched. Now, it's definitely something that we don't speak about a lot, but it is something that we should educate ourselves on. So stick around for that as well. We have so much more coming on in the rest of the show too, not forgetting our Weechel segment, which is our guide throughout the weekend. So if you don't know what to do this weekend, if you don't have any plans yet, please have a look at our Weechel segment. That will give you so much more information. But before we get into it, first let's have a look at the news.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouthwatering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
Good day and welcome back to our news edition. Today we have a look at rhino cows that can be helped with endometriosis. It's quite an interesting one for me, but our journalist from NMH, Claudia Reiter, is the one that wrote up the story. So the senior veterinarian in the field of animal reproduction from South Africa, Dr. Morney Delarey, and his assistant Carla Herbst recently visited the Rhino Mama project with the Wildlife Vets Namibia team and examined some rhinos that had not calved in a long time, or in some cases never. Dr. Delarey and his company Embryo Plus began using assisted reproductive technologies in cattle in 1980. These techniques involve the manipulation of sperm, oocytes and embryos in vitro with the aim of creating a pregnancy. In 2017, Dr. Delarey founded the non-profit organization Rhino Repo. Rhino Repo's goal is to ensure the survival of the white and black rhino by supporting these species with the ART methods. They paid us a visit because there are 3 rhino cows on the reserve that have never had a calf. The first heifer was still young, but it was expected that she should have a calf by now. An ultrasound showed she was 10 months pregnant, and that is great news, says the Rhino Mama project. The other 2 cows were examined and found not to be pregnant. These cows' ovaries weren't looking very good and they had endometriosis. Of course, endometriosis is an abnormal growth in multiple parts of the uterus that would make it difficult for them to conceive. So a procedure was performed essentially to reset the ovaries and the hormones they produce. In 14 to 28 days, the cows should be in heat. In many cases, the rhino only needs 1 treatment. In other cases, the cow will need 1 or 2 follow-up treatments 2 and 4 months later. This is the first time this procedure has been carried out in Namibia, and the project stated that this type of science is very important and extremely effective in increasing rhino populations and ultimately saving them from extinction. Now that does bring us to the end of our news edition. Thank you so much for sticking around. Have a look at the rest of the show. welcome back to We Talk. I'm Precious Nitanapo, your host and presenter for today. And today, next to me, I have Iyalo seated next to me, who is going to tell us just a little bit more about the Lefa Butler app that was just introduced. Sorry, my apologies, it's not an app, it's a device.
It's
if
a
I'm not
device,
mistaken.
yes, correct.
How are you doing, Iyalo?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Precious?
Can't complain.
Thank you for having
So,
me.
can you just tell us a little bit about the Lefa Butler? What exactly is it?
Okay, so here is the Lefa Butler. It's a little device that just streamlines the rides. So we are trying to not to get really rid of the app, but then we're trying to make it very convenient for people to order a ride just with the tap of a button. So the whole device has every information that already is on the app. It displays the driver's name, the vehicle registration number, the color of the vehicle, and then it just lets you know when the driver is outside. So essentially everything that you'd see on the app, but this time just on the device.
Device.
Yes.
Now, this is such a great initiative. I just wanted to know what prompted the team into establishing this Butler device.
Okay, so one of our corporate social responsibility at Lefa Transportation Services is promoting responsible drinking and driving. So this device more especially would be at restaurants and bars and clubs.
Okay.
So we are encouraging people to actually leave their phones at home and come have a good time, and at the end of the day take a responsible ride home.
Which is much safer.
Which is much safer. So then we brought up the Butler to just eliminate the whole process of your phone went low in a club, or like you don't have data, or you lost your smartphone and you really need to get home. So then you can just go by the bar counter or reception and just be able to press the Butler, and then it requests for a ride for you.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, you did mention a club, and we all know a club gets packed. So would it then be advisable for the bigger establishments to have more than one Butler device? Because at the end of the day, we might just have an influx of people running to get this service from the Butler device from this establishment.
Okay, so the cool thing about the Butler is it can request like seamless rides. So not only one, but like if you have 5 people or passengers that want to request for a Lefa, everything will just be noted on the Butler. So it gives you a reference number to say reference number 123, and then you have it. So it's not only, it just doesn't only request one ride at a time like the app does. It allows you to request multiple rides. So only one Butler per establishment.
Okay, so it's still efficient at the end of the day.
Yes, correct.
Now, what makes the Butler device unique compared to just carrying your phone along and using the app?
Okay, so this doesn't need data.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't need data. It's already connected. Our IT people already took care of it. So it doesn't need, it only needs to get plugged on electricity. So as per the phone, like I've mentioned, sometimes it gets very hectic where your phone went off because you've been snapping the whole entire evening, or like you lost your phone, or like you really just need to get home. So this one is a whole unique one that you just go by the counter and press it, and then it just gives you a reference request for a driver for you, and it also notes on this little screen once the driver has arrived. And all you need to do is go outside, you see the Lefa sign there, you get in your ride, and you give your reference number as confirmation to the driver.
Okay, so it sounds very efficient. It sounds very unique as well. But we know with everything that is newly introduced, there must be a few pros and cons.
Correct.
What are some of the disadvantages and the advantages as well of the Lefa device that you think there are?
Like you've mentioned before, before we go on and said, you've asked me a question, what about if you want to get to an establishment and you don't have a phone? So I think that's one of the cons, where you can only use the device when you're at a specific restaurant where it's situated there. So unfortunately, we are not giving it to everyone, like to have it in your bag or for you to use, but it's only for specific establishments that have requested for it. And the advantage, I can say, is the convenience of in the safety aspect of being able to not really worry about how to get home, knowing that you can just use the device, have fun, and at the end of the day you don't, or like the whole don't drink and drive aspect as well. If you have a vehicle, leave it at home, get to the club, during 3 a.m. Or whenever you're done, you request for a ride.
For a ride.
Yes.
I think it's very convenient, like you've just mentioned, and definitely a nice thing to have for bigger establishments. Now, I know this is quite interesting because the part of leaving your car at home, leaving your phone at home, and just going out and just having a good time is what interests me the most. But of course, this device was made for bigger establishments. So how can these bigger establishments get their hands on this Butler device?
Okay, the great thing is we are giving them out for free. So we are not charging any amount.
Okay.
Like I've mentioned, is our corporate social responsibility. So we have plenty of them. So if anybody wants to get in touch with us on how to get it to their establishment, so we set up the location and stuff, you can always reach out to me on marketing at lefa.com.na, or you can contact me on 081 8044 605.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, are there any specific requirements that these establishments would necessarily need in order to acquire a Butler device?
No specific requirements, just that our social responsibilities should align to say maybe you also promote responsible drinking and driving. So we are giving it out to anybody, especially now at establishments where we know that they use the lefas.
Yeah.
So we've identified a lot of establishments like around Windhoek that have people that really go there and really use lefa.
Yeah.
So that's also one of the requirements that would require, because sometimes you drop off the Butler at somewhere where people don't even use lefa at all.
Yes.
Or they request a lefa and they are shocked about the prices of lefa.
Yeah.
So we are looking also to establishments that we've already partnered with in the past before. And if a new establishment comes into the picture, it's something that we can both collectively work on marketing the Butler.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, I also asked this question earlier and I just didn't get to it. Yeah. But will there be specific drivers that are going to be allocated to rides requested strictly from the Butler device only?
No. All the drivers, we have a fleet of about 80 drivers at the moment. So all the drivers will be able to get the clients that are requesting on the Butler, because how our Lefa app works is it connects you to the nearest driver in your area. Yeah. So if a nearest driver is at any establishment, I can mention one that we've already partnered with, Goodfellas.
Okay.
If there's a driver that is close to Goodfellas, then that's a driver that gets the ride on the Butler.
Okay.
So it's not for specific drivers, it's for all drivers.
All the drivers.
Yes.
Now, you just mentioned Goodfellas, and I'm excited to hear who else you have partnered with for the Butler device. Where can we expect to get these Butler devices? At which place can I go to that I know, okay, there's a Butler device here, I can leave my phone?
Okay, so at the moment we've partnered with Goodfellas, we've partnered with Mint Nightclub, we've partnered with Club Origin, we've partnered with Wolf Shack, we've partnered with Windhoek Town Lodge, we've partnered with, I don't know how to pronounce it well, etc. We've partnered with Vinyls, also the Village Garden, Bush Bar in Olympia, the Vintage in Olympia as well. So this is just on top of my head. But like when we launched, it really got to a lot of people, and people are reaching out. They want the Butler. So we'll be announcing on our social media where to find the Butler.
Have hopped on.
Yes.
Now you mentioned quite a number of companies, and I'm excited for people to actually get to use this device and for its convenience to play through in different people's lives. But before we end it off, any final remarks from your side?
Final remarks is we are super excited. It's a new product for us. We haven't really tested out yet, so I'm super excited to get the companies or the restaurants try it out and to hear the response from people or the passenger on how the experience was. I think that's all from my side, and maybe to also support initiatives like this, innovative. We are tapping into a whole new era of technology-driven products. So I urge if anybody really wants to hop on the device, get in touch with me, and we can see how we can make it work.
I think it will be a great feature to have at guest houses and lodges as well.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
But that does bring us to the end of our interview. Iyalo, thank you so much for stopping by today. Thank you so much for bringing the Butler device along. That does bring us to the end of our interview for today, but please stick around for the rest of the show.
To another exciting episode of Oneuptwo. Jou is die weer en vertel ook vir julle waar die vis julle moontlik kan byt.
Morning. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
How can we help today?
I'd like to open a policy, please,
You
a
would like to
funeral
open a
cover.
policy. Okay, with the electronic system. First, you get a ticket here, you queue up, and then they call you on the ticket. Okay, you will do it. Tap yes for start.
Yeah.
Then I'll put your cell phone number there. Press the error, and then your name. And the surname. Okay, it is for disability, pregnant, and 65 and above age people. You can press next.
Okay.
And then we come here. You will come for?
I would like to open a funeral cover.
Okay, service.
So what type of funeral covers do you have? Hi, my name is Jemima, and I'd really like to open a funeral cover today. Can you assist me, please?
Yes, ma'am. I am Philippine Somses, financial advisor of Oneuptwo, the trusted company. We have family funeral and extended family funeral. Family funeral include your spouse, your kids, and the extended it's now your sisters, your aunties, your siblings, and so on, with different benefits. The automatic one, it's now money back guarantee and premium holiday.
What do you mean by a premium holiday?
Premium holiday means now you will get after 5 years, you will get a percentage wise from your premium that you are paying per month. Yes. In premium money back guarantee means waiting period is 6. Our waiting period is 6. If something happened within that 6 months, you will get all your premiums that you have paid for. That's now money back guarantee. The other options is now optional that you need to buy. That it's now monthly benefit, which is grocery benefit, education benefit, and funeral paid up. Basically pays out double the cover amount if the insured person passed away in an accident. And funeral paid up benefit ensures that you are no longer pay premiums and the cover continues if the person becomes disabled 1064. And the monthly grocery benefit and the education benefit, your beneficiary will get for 12 months the amount that you are choosing. It's between 1,000 and 1,500 and up to 2,000, but it's optional.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and the cashback, it's you get the percentage of the premiums paid back every 5 years on the cashback anniversary. Yes.
And how do we go about determining the prices? I mean, how much would I have to pay in order to get a funeral cover for myself and my mom?
It depends on your age.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm 20. How do we?
20.
Yes.
So I will make for you a quick quotation.
All right.
Can I have your ID perhaps?
My ID.
Yes. Thank you. Then I need to make a quick quotation for you. Do you perhaps have dependent or spouse?
No, I do not.
So you are just single. So if you don't have spouse, meaning you are not married, ne?
Yes.
All right. Your mobile number, please.
That is 081 865
081
865
865
3288.
3288.
Yes.
That's correct. Thank you. I will make a quick quotation for you. Can I add, as I explained before in the start, can I include education benefit as well as grocery benefit?
Yes.
So the cover will be 50, and the grocery benefit, it's 3 options: the one for 1,000, and the one for 1,500, and the one for 2,000. Which option must I choose?
1,000, please.
1,000 with the features, which means the funeral paid up benefit and double accident benefit and cashback. Can I include all the benefits?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Emailed the quotation to you already. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me. I'll have a look at it and then I'll get back to you.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
You are welcome.
Thank you for your kind service.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take a load off and tune into another episode of Brave Namibia as we take a look at both ordinary and extraordinary Namibians. Brave Namibia is broadcasted on NTV Saturdays at 6:30 p.m. and Oneuptwo.com, as well as broadcasted on the following Facebook platforms on Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Republican, Algemeine Titan, Namibian Sun, and all Namibia Media Holdings pages. For more information, contact the Brave team at brave@synergy.com.na. Brave Namibia, for the ordinary and extraordinary Namibians.
3, 2, 1.
It's the first weekend of August and there's lots to choose from in terms of entertainment. First off, on Friday at 5, a neighborhood market takes place at the Franco-Namibian Cultural Center until 10, with a special performance by Gareth Harvey. At 6, up-and-coming pop group Ambuscape perform at Muso's Bar and Cafe. At 6:30, there's a rodeo night dance at the Keetmanshoop Game Festival, which also continues for the rest of the weekend. At 7, the legendary South African blues guitarist Albert Frost and Friends performs at the Soundgarden in Swakopmund. At the same time, Remembering Johnny, a tribute to French icon Johnny Hallyday, takes place at the National Theatre in the capital. On Saturdays from 8, the Reformed Church Windhoek hosts a bazaar op die Berg in Luther Street. And at 8:30, there's a winter market at Droombos until 2:30. At 9, there's a boot and yard sale fundraiser for non-profit organizations at 31 Theo Ben Gurirup Street in Walvis Bay until 1. And at the same time, it's open season retro ball at Namibia Media Holdings, featuring a variety of DJs until 9 p.m. The Oranjemund Diamond Festival presents entertainment for the whole family, and at 7, Echo Vision hosts a rock night at the Smoky Mare in Windhoek. At the same time, John Rock Prophet performs live at Eric's Cove in Langstrand, and Bethel presents Soulful Night at Salt and Light in Tsumeb. Also at 7, Albert Frost and friends perform at Gordonvang in Walvis Bay, and at 8, Casey the one-man band hosts a dance at the Okahanya Town Hall. On Sunday at 10, there's a Woodstock Market Day at Poplar Street, Block H, Rehoboth, and as from 12, Albert Frost performs at Roombos in Windhoek. There you have it, you're spoiled for choice, have fun.
3, 2, 1.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That does bring us to the end of our show, We Talk. That includes our interview that we had with Ialo, not forgetting our stop by the Old Mutual branch, my apologies, our We Chill segment, and our news edition, of course, not forgetting. Thank you so much for sticking around. Please have a look at next week's edition as well.
2, 1. Here we go!